What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol FB for Facebook or Meta platforms. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. We've talked about the stock extensively over the past couple of days in dealing with the earnings gap down conundrum. The big thing to talk about today is the fact that we've broken the resistance trend line, better illustrated on the 30-minute time frame, to be honest with you. So again, your anchor's just off screen. I don't want it to skew how we're looking at the chart. There's your touch point, and again, on today's session, we did break that. Now, I want to be fully transparent here. I'll always tell you when I'm carrying a position, and I did load up some Facebook shares on today's session. Now, whether or not I'm going to hold them for a medium or longer term swing trade, I'm not entirely sure yet. I want to see how the price action develops, but I did take a little nibble on these lower prices here. So again, full transparency, I am long. Now, whether or not that's going to impact the analysis here, you tell me. You tell me if you think I'm being biased or not. So for now, again, break of the resistance trend line strikes me as bullish. The recapture of this area where we flushed from again strikes me as being bullish. Price acceptance into the afternoon here strikes me as being bullish. Now, is the structure on the way up poor? Yeah, absolutely. So if it does break back down underneath here, I would expect at least a rotation to the meat of the earlier session of today, maybe even just the breakout range from there. You can see it's also an area of congestion from in the past. That number is roughly going to be 226.89, call it 227 even. So breakdowns of this afternoon pullback easily get us to here, and who knows, maybe from there we do see downtrend continuation, right? Just noting, and again, this is going to look kind of ugly now that that's back on the screen. Let me adjust so we can see what's going on here. We don't want to forget, right, that this to this to this, if it rolls over, is still technically a lower high. So I am thinking about that. It is on my radar as a potential scenario, but I like what's going on in terms of breaking this dominant resistance trend line. Bullish price action, closing strong up at the highs. To me, it looks solid for some upside. So here are some other scenarios. If you're a little bit less aggressive, if you're not looking for entries down here, maybe watch out for this. And this has been something that we've been talking about, right? The inverted head and shoulders, right? If we build out some sort of right shoulder in this area here, and it's above this low, higher low clearly, then your breakout point is the neckline of this pattern, somewhere in here, or even more conservatively, up and into the gap overhead, up and over 248. So that's how I'm thinking about Facebook here. I'll probably add to the position, to be quite honest with you, if we start breaking up and over 248. If not, and we just kind of chop around in here, I'll have to reevaluate based on what the price action is kind of telling me. I'm not really looking to stop out of this. If we take out these lows, I would probably wait for some sort of additional pattern lower. Again, this is a medium to longer term swing / position trade, so it's not something I want to cut immediately. This is more just based on valuation of the company itself. So that's what I've got going on in Facebook. That's what I'm thinking about here. We talked about levels. We talked about bullish scenarios here, bearish scenarios to the downside. We discussed all of that. If you enjoyed today's video, the transparency about the position, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.